And welcome back one and all, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins, where we left off last time. We were about to talk to Alistair.
What do you need?
Got a question for you.
Ask away.
What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army.
An army, you
The other
say?
main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So couldn't others learn these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
Sounds like an excellent method of control.
You think so, huh?
I do.
You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
He did not like us telling him that it was an excellent method of control, but it was Liliana.
Yes?
I'd like to talk to you.
Well, here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the
Okay.
cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Condescending, how so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I prefer your ideas to the ideas of the Chantry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Sure. You know what, Win, you're fine there. I already know you're angry at me, so...
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
What's your story exactly?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Eltimar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there too, merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Why'd you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better to do something with them than leave them to rot.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
That makes sense. And now here you are.
Yes, here I am. Now, Is there anything the boy or I can get you?
But where did these goods come from, not the deep roads?
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Lost Tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Eltimar, where people could look at them and remember.
I'm with you on
It's
this
not
one.
all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
What do you mean?
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
I'm with you. Everyone has to make a living somehow.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Let me see
I'm
your
sure
ways again.
you'll be pleased with the goods,
Yeah. I kind of want that Noble's Dagger for Zevran. But you know what? Not yet. We'll get it later. Might be worth getting some tier 6 armor for Zevran, though. The smuggler set is pretty good. There's some boots, which give lucky. There's some armor, of course. No helmet. Weird. Okay, we'll leave Zevran out of our group for now, but we might take him later on. We'll see. We should talk to Sten. We didn't talk to him yet. And then we'll get out of this camp. And we haven't talked to Emissary Feather yet either, I don't think.
Yes.
What were you doing in the cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
That's not what I meant.
It's what you asked.
Are you going to answer my question?
I did. Parshera. Was there anything else?
Got a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why'd you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What's the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
What is an Arishok?
The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Kunari.
Did you find the answer to his question?
A portion of it.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Why would the Kunari care about the Blight?
Why do you?
Ferelden is my home.
So if this Blight were in Orlais, it could consume the land with impunity. Don't strain yourself pondering that. I do not know why the Arishok sent us. He commands and I go.
Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Why?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Okay.
As you wish.
Well, we didn't get or lose any influence with him, but we learned some things.
The Circle of Magi stands
Oh, okay, this
ready
is just
to
you.
assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Be ready.
As is my duty, Grey Warden.
Your creepy voice is creepy. Let's get out of here. It's time to go do some adventuring. Now that we have a golem to go with us, that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna take Sten,
Yes.
Morgan,
Indeed.
Shale.
Yes.
And we could go up to the Soldier's Peak or the Ben Lawrence lands, or we can go to Brokelian outskirts, or I doesn't want to go to Flemmis Hut, but Redcliffe Village, the Frostback Mountains, that's where the dwarves are, or Denerim, which is the capital city, but we're not going to go there yet. Let's go to Soldier's Peak. We might as well do the Grey Warden thing. Get the side quest out of the way. Such a long walk. Alright.
And here we are. Soldier's Peak.
Yep.
Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
She's impressive, that's for certain.
It's just teeming with history. Can't you feel it?
Yep.
So, I'll follow you about, from a distance.
Sure,
This
sure.
place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Probably. Alright, so let's give our Shale a weapon, quote unquote, of some sort. What has she got now? Nothing. Fire damage would be good. Ice damage is always better. Alright, and some armor. So she has spirit armor for now. But we have better spirit armor. Yeah, we might as well. And she probably has skills. Let's take a look at them. And by skills, I mean, of course, talents. She has Quake, Slam, Pulverizing Blows, Rock Mastery, and Hurl Rock. But I want these. I want Stone Aura. I want these ones. She has that. In reserves. Health regen. Warrior Assault. Yeah, you want these. These are really, really good for her. Him. It's a him. I don't know why I keep saying her. Anyways, let's go up to the keep. We're almost up a level. How close is everyone else to a level? Not close. No, I'm the closest. Hello? Anybody home?
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
Did you guys see that ghost thing?
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I had a vision too, Levi.
How's that possible? This place truly is haunted.
The veil is thin here. The Circle Tower was that way too.
The veil?
It's what separates us from the Fade and demons.
Demons? Thank Andraste you came, Warden. After you.
But for the demons!
And we'll just let the melee take care of this, mostly. We don't exactly have the best anti-undead spells. We should also give Shale fire damage instead of cold damage here. Cold damage sucks here. Zombies, not so good.
Living wretches.
Oh, there's more behind us. Hi, guys. Sorry, Shale. That critical hit, though, shattering. Alright, I'm on my way.
Unliving wretches.
Okay, now first up. Shale. You need the fire crystal instead. That should help out. Oh, we have more enemies coming. You guys just go fight. Go fight. Everyone fights.
Yes.
We don't have enough mana for anything. I need to use the heal thing. That's a lot of life. Is that everybody? Because that was a lot of things.
As you wish.
Everyone's good and dead now.
This should be easy enough.
An antique warden crossbow. It's a tier 4 with rapid aim. They'll probably be sold. Apparently there's still one more warden skeleton. Alright. We killed all the things. Anything over here? Nope. Just search the area a little bit to make sure there's nothing we haven't missed outside. And I guess we're going upstairs. We'll grab the warden skeleton loot. And there's the way in. Bum bum bum. Into the tower of the former Grey Wardens, who all died.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens.
This poster reads, "On these grounds virtuous men stood against a tyrant. They stood defiant and stood for freedom, and they died." It is signed by the Grey Warden defenders who were besieged by King Arlen's forces. Let's read the names. Captain Mello, the Black Ferret, Chair Thrower Lopez, Sir Derek of Orlais, and Jason the Longbow. Alan the Quibbler, Cartography Martyr, David the Silent, Dustin the Colorblind, Ebenger of the Bovine Brethren. The Cow Brothers, really? Farrell the Feral, Sir Graham the Untiring, and Jason Sans l'Argonauts. Langley the Nefarious, Lucky Lacuna, Mad Dog Smeadows, Matthias the Bloody, McGurk, the Vile Priest, Melissa the Magical Malefactor, the Stretched, and Packrat Dirksen. Sergeant, there's a lot of them, oh my god. Okay.
Men, I won't lie to you.
Too many of them.
The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens.
Ow. Okay, that is a lot of things, but luckily, these things don't like cold very much. So let's just coldify them. That explosion, though. Which way do we want to go? Well, we can't go straight, because obviously there is blockage. Oh, hello. Okay, Commander, I'm not gonna fight you just yet. I have your friends here to deal with. You guys can fight him. I'm going up here. You guys have got that down there, right? Good. Oh, you got him, good. I wasn't sure if they were going to win or not. Alright, Commander Althar died. Athalar, sorry. There's an amethyst on his body, but there is a chest, which we can break down. With some crappy scale gloves. And a weapon stand with a straight up longbow. And a note that we missed. And it says, a plea from Commander Athalar, sorry. Codex entry update. A letter from Ban Methian Wolf. Hello? I see there's just a chest in here. A journeyman cold ruin. Can't go up there. Guess we're going in here. I don't want to freeze the dog, but I'm definitely going to freeze the dog if I do that. Come on, someone finish this so we can get in the room. Well, that's unfortunate. Shattering is so good. Ideally you want to have... Oh, there's more. Good job, everybody.
Right. Let's get started.
I guess that was all of them this time. There's the Archivist's book here. The book is badly burned. You can make out a word here and there, and that is all.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion's so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned.
Rebels. What? Rebellion is against everything the Warden stands for. Actually, maybe there are other records.
We can only hope.
So the Wardens rebelled against the king. That is no bueno.
On it.
That's a good way to get war declared on you. This looks like a trap.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelate obrasus sishan Andraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes!
They are binding demons.
Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
Fool. So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
Avernus!
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting.
Hello, Rage Demon. That's not good. He totally resisted my cone of gold. He is unfreezable. Okay, we need to kill the acolytes right away. I think they're healing him. We got this. That gave us a level. That was a pretty tough rage demon though. Winter's Breath Dragonbone is a tier 7 staff, which is not quite as good as ours. But it might be good for Morgan. And we gained a level, so let's do that. So we'll just get some magic, 2 magics, and 1 constitution. Arcane Mastery, you say? A good spell power increase is never a bad thing. That'd be worthwhile, actually. That should up our magical damage by quite a lot, actually. How did we get into this room? So we came from there? Oh no, we came from there, okay. Anything around this area aside from what we killed? Doesn't look like it. Let's go upstairs. Not possible to pick. Must be something we forgot downstairs. Or there's something down here that we didn't get.
On it.
Perhaps we should read those notes. After all. And nope. L J. J is notes. Not that one. Not characters. History, maybe? There we go. The Grey Warden base at Soldier's Peak was built in the middle of the Glory Age, several decades before the Second Blight was ended. Before then, Grey Wardens in Ferelden would take up residence in castles and forts that belonged to generous nobles. Warden Commander Gaspar Asturian desired a fortified headquarters where his forces could train and live. He planned that Soldier's Peak would be a city unto itself. The defeat of the Darkspawn and the Archdemon Zezikel was fresh in the minds of the Ferelden people, and many were willing to donate gold to build Commander Asturian's fortress. It was completed within 10 years. As he approached his 60th year, rumors swirled that the corruption in Warden Commander Asturian's blood was beginning to take its toll. According to reports from the time, the commander experienced terrifying waking dreams and heard his name whispered from the dark corners of Soldier's Peak. It said that Asturian would spend hours locked up alone in the great hall of the base, muttering to himself, though no one was ever able to make out what he was saying. Many also believed that Asturian began in secret to draw plans to expand his fortress, adding to it hidden passages and alcoves, all to protect himself from the shadows that pursued him. No one knows where or whether Asturian was able to complete his project, for his deterioration had become obvious to anyone who spent any amount of time with him. He was quickly replaced by Warden Commander Frida Halwick. Asturian was taken to Orzammar, where he submitted to the calling, the last of the Grey Wardens, and went to his death with honor. Alright, we have to look around more apparently. I must have missed something somewhere. Not there, though. Luckily, we already have an hour too, so I'll quickly take a look. There's a wooden skeleton with no body. Excellent. Let's go back upstairs. We must have missed something up there. Because that door is definitely still open, or still closed. There's a shrine, there's nothing here. That's where we need to get up to though, upstairs there. So we'll figure this out in the next video. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.